What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben video. I do hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. As always, I'm feeling really good right now. I've just defeated the fire giant boss, and I literally had the funniest story that I'm going to quickly tell just before we get into this video because it's really interesting. So literally on Wednesday, I believe it was, I was doing the fire giant. I found out how difficult the fire giant was to do, and I thought I'm just going to cheese him. You can walk him off this cliff thing, and he falls and he dies, and then you have to do it same again with the second phase, and he dies. Anyway, I thought, oh, it's fine. I can't be bothered to do it tonight. So I went to bed, woke up the next day, went to work and everything, came back home, found out there was an update and they patched the fact that you couldn't do that anymore. So I have literally spent the last 3 days stuck on this boss, learning the mechanics of this boss to actually fight it properly. And I actually just did it. Finally, after 3 days of hours on hours of playing this, I have finally done that boss. It was so difficult. The fire giant boss by far is the most difficult one I've done so far. So I'm looking forward to getting into whatever's next. But that was just my short, stupid story. Anyway, make sure you guys like and subscribe before we get into this video. And if you do enjoy it, then do it at the end. But Xbox needs to do more. This is something I want to talk about. Now, I don't want to knock anything. I don't want everybody to get upset with me in the comments. I love Xbox. I have an Xbox Series X and I have a PlayStation 5, but I primarily play on PC because it's the best. Come on, guys. It's the best. It's the most powerful one. You get the awesome graphics, everything just, it's amazing. I love PC. I love the upgradability, and I've really got into PC gaming. So that is just where I stand. But I personally think still Xbox needs to do more. I have been playing things like God of War on my PC, and I've been playing things like Days Gone and Death Stranding, all of which are fantastic. I know a lot of you say, oh, PlayStation makes story games. I agree, they do make a lot of story games, but with something like God of War, that game is so phenomenal. And there's nothing that I can pick out on the Xbox side that has that much of an in-depth story that is that enjoyable. And I know people will get upset with me and they'll say, oh, it's a preference thing. But it isn't, is it? Because there is a reason these games do so well and that they are so talked about. They are fantastic. The Spider-Man games, obviously, I haven't got them on PC. I hope they do come to PC one day. That is another video I plan on making, of PlayStation games that I want to come to PC. But there's just nothing on Xbox that grips me and makes me think, man, I had such a good time with that game. I can't wait to go and replay it. The only one I can think of is Gears 5. I loved Gears 5. I've actually really enjoyed that game. But still, even with that game, it's not the same level as like Miles Morales. I played Miles Morales at Christmas time with all the snow in New York City in the game, and I played it at Christmas time here in the UK. I have such an emotional attachment with that game. I got really into it. I did all the achievements. I got the platinum trophy and stuff because you had to play it through twice. And I loved it. I fell in love with that game. Same with the first one as well. Returnal. I had an awesome time with Returnal. Playing that game through was just amazing. I hope desperately that one comes to PC because playing that game at 240 FPS, that would be insane. Just make everything so much better. I just love the PlayStation IPs. Like, I have so much love for them. The only thing I want them to do is bring more of the goddamn things to PC because there's still a ton of them. Last of Us. I loved The Last of Us 1 in particular, and I still had a very enjoyable time with The Last of Us 2. The story is cool. Everything is there. Graphically, it looks amazing. Like, I just love those IPs. And I know I have an Xbox-based channel before, and now it's kind of more PC-based, but I have to say this, like, I think Microsoft needs to do more. Yes, now I do want to move on quickly and talk about Starfield. Stuff like that is coming out this year. Stalker 2. Now, Starfield looks insane. I cannot wait to get that game on my PC. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it's going to be one of the best games and is a contender probably for Game of the Year. Would it be Game of the Year 2023 at that point? I don't know. I'm very sure Elden Ring's won Game of the Year overall, but that I could see that being a Game of the Year next year contender for sure. But Starfield looks amazing. I can't wait for that game. Then we have Stalker 2. Stalker 2 will be coming to other platforms other than Xbox. It will be coming to PlayStation as well. So that's not really exclusive. And I hear a lot of people talk about all the Xbox games that are coming up, and I really question how many are there. You've got things like Starfield, which is very hyped, but what else is there? Like, already Sony have given things to look forward to. Like, just one game destroys it. Spider-Man 2. You've got that game to look forward to. Like, that in itself, that one game that I've just mentioned is enough to make me want to keep owning my PlayStation. And that's kind of what I mean here. I like that everything is on every platform on Microsoft's side, but for sure, with PlayStation, like, they have forced me to go out and buy a PlayStation. It's very anti-consumer. I don't like it. But that just shows, like, I wouldn't go out and buy an Xbox for, I can't, Forza Horizon 5 or anything like that. And that's not because I have a PC, but if I only bought one platform, let's say I didn't have a PC, I didn't have any of that kind of stuff, the only system I would go out and get is still the PlayStation 5, in my personal opinion. That's just my opinion. There's so much there. Like the new Wolverine game. I'm so excited. I know it's a distant future away, but I'm so excited for that game because I know it's going to be incredible. The Last of Us franchise, the Uncharted franchise, like those franchises in itself, even the existing franchises that I can continue to play on PlayStation 5, those will make me go out and buy a PlayStation and keep my PlayStation. One thing I want to say, I don't know why in the hell they brought the later Uncharted games, 4 and Legacy, whatever it's called, the Legacy Collection, to PC when most PC players who I know haven't played the originals on PlayStation, because most PC players, believe it or not, won't just go out and buy a PlayStation 5 because they are tied to their PC, because it's insane. It's insanely powerful. They don't want to go out and buy a console and be forced to play on a controller on something that's very underpowered compared to their potential hardware. So most people don't bother playing those games on PlayStation. Now, wouldn't it have been a good idea? I know I would have straight away gone out and bought Uncharted Nathan Drake's Collection 1, 2, and 3. If that came to PC, I would have been in love with that. And I actually thought that's what PlayStation were doing. So that would have been an amazing move. But back to the original point, there is so many franchises on the PlayStation system and they're growing constantly. And I know Microsoft is growing. I'm proud of what Microsoft has done. They've really stepped their game up, but I still don't think it is enough. I think Xbox still does need to do more. They don't have the exciting IPs that PlayStation has, and maybe that's because they've only just started putting work in, and when Starfield comes out, we can say, oh, I can't wait to Starfield 2 or whatever. You know, you can have that kind of thing to look forward to, but there is so much in PlayStation's ecosystem of things that I am looking forward to, even as a PC mainly player. Like I can't wait for everything that they're doing. It's amazing, and there's so many good games there that I want to play. Even Ratchet and Clank. I know a lot of people don't like Ratchet and Clank. A lot of the Xbox people say, "Oh, well, you know, Ratchet and Clank's this and that." No, it's great. It was fantastic. Rift Apart was an awesome game. It was one of the best looking games I've ever played on a console, and I loved it. It looked absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed the story. And I would definitely buy the next one. I've always played Ratchet and Clank, and it's something I love. Again, please bring that to PC PlayStation. I do want to do a video talking about that because I think it'd be awesome to get more games like that. But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are Xbox doing enough? Are they really putting enough into everything that they're doing? Please let me know, because I am very curious to see what everyone else thinks. I just enjoy making videos, talking my mind, seeing what you guys think, starting a discussion, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.